Hey everyone, this is Finn. Today I'm going to give you a tour of Blender's interface. Open up a new General Blend file by either opening Blender or going to File, New, and then General. It starts with a cube, a light source, and a camera, but right now we'll only be worried about the cube. To rotate your camera, hold the middle mouse button, and to move it, hold the middle mouse button while holding Shift and drag your camera around. You can also rotate it by clicking and dragging this compass, and move it by clicking and dragging this little hand. You can also press Shift and the accent key to enter first person mode and move around with the WASD keys, which is perhaps the funnest way to do it. To zoom in and out, you can scroll your middle button or click and drag on this magnifying glass icon. There are two modes in Blender, Object Mode and Edit Mode. To toggle between them, press Tab. Let's stay in Object Mode so I can show you how to add an object to your scene. Right-click on your cube and click Delete, or press the Delete key while the cube's selected. Then, to add it back, go up to Add, Mesh, and Cube. A faster way of bringing up the Add menu is Shift-A. Over here to your left is your Transform Tool menu. If you can't see it, press T to toggle it on and off. Your first tool is the Box Select tool. It lets you click and drag to create a box and everything inside it will get selected. Next is your 3D cursor. It's that small and red and white circle at the center of the cube. Right now it's at the world origin, but you can put it right on top of the mesh by clicking anywhere on it. This is very helpful for creating your own pivot points while transforming your object. To reset your 3D cursor, press Shift-S and select Cursor to World Origin. The next tool is your Move tool. Select your cube and you'll see these directional arrows, which you can pull either direction to move your object. You can also move the object freely if you click and drag by the center, or by pressing G and moving your mouse around. Next is the Rotate tool, which is similar to the Move tool, but instead of directional arrows, you get these circles that surround your object. You can click and drag them either direction to rotate your object, or rotate them freely by pressing R. Next is the Scale tool. Pull on the boxes to scale the cube's different sides, or press S and pull your mouse to scale the entire object. The next tool is your all-in-one Transform tool, which does the job of the Move, Rotate, and Scale tools at the same time. This can look a bit busy, which is why I prefer to select the tools individually. There are two more tools here, Annotate and Measure, but we aren't going to worry about those today because they aren't essential to the modeling process. Let's switch to Edit mode by selecting the object and pressing Tab. As you can see, there are a lot more tools than in Object mode, but I don't want you to get intimidated because we are still only going to be worrying about these same tools for now. Now we can see the vertices of this box. If you press 2, we can see and select the edges, and if you press 3, you can see the faces and select them. 1 is the shortcut for going back to the vertices. Transforming these components individually is the key to creating a detailed 3D mesh. With the Move tool, you can click on a vertex, edge, or face and move it around. The same shortcuts from Object mode apply in this mode as well. If you press G twice, you can get a slider bar, which can be very helpful when moving edge loops, which we will talk about later on. The rotate tool doesn't affect a vertex very much, but you can rotate edges and faces however you want. The scaling tool is similar, where you wouldn't use it on vertices, but you can scale edges and faces like so. And now our cube is a flat screen TV. And finally, we have our all-in-one transform tool. Again, I find it's nicer to use the individual tools because it's easier to see what you're doing and you have more specific control.